you know, what would €1,000 extra on top of your wages do for you a month? Because I remember when I started out with everything online, all I could think of was like, if I could make an extra grand or $2,000 a month, that would literally pay my rent. I'd be rent free just from this little side thing I was doing. That's money towards the rent, that's the rent covered and the car payment, you know? And that's all I was thinking of. And he's managed to do that in his first month. So that's like €250 a week. This one was with a good friend called Matt. Matt joined us just over a month ago now, and he had been struggling with making money online for years. He's done plenty of coaches, mentorships, everything else, joined communities. He done trading for 3 years. And what I'm about to share with you isn't like 10K in his first 2 weeks. It's actually a realistic good result. So in his first month, he managed to make €1,000 profit online. And this was the quickest he's ever made money online, because he tried so many things where people were promising 5K, 10K in the first month. They were promising you can make 20K within 2 months, and he never done it. So when he joined us, he's now made €1,000 profit in his first month. Bear in mind, right? He took about a week to kind of get onboarded, get like looking around, see what everything is. Then it takes another week to really get your bearings and know what you're doing. And he still managed to make €1,000 a week. And you need to ask yourself, right? Because I remember when I started out with everything online, all I could think of was like, if I could make an extra grand or $2,000 a month, that would literally pay my rent. I'd be rent free just from this little side thing I was doing. And that's what I was thinking. Imagine that on top of your wages. So anyway, I had an absolute great chat with Matt. He's a great guy. Now the thing is, he managed to do this on top of a massive schedule. He's got another thing he's working on also, and he's working 12-hour shifts a lot. So he really only had a half an hour to an hour a day. And then he could put a bit more time on it when days that he was off, because he actually wanted to. Not because he needed to, because he wanted to. And he still managed to do €1,000. So what we're going to be aiming for now, next month and the month after, is to double this each month, at least. You know, he's got great momentum. You can see, I pulled up during the video, like the night before we hopped on this call, he was sending in like so many wins into the wins channel. So he's got a great few months ahead of him, and I can't wait to see. So
here with Matt. So Matt has been with us just for over a month and absolutely smashed it in his first month. So just here, gonna do a little interview with him and see how his experience is. So how are you, Matt?
I'm good. I'm better every day, so yeah, I can't complain. It's all good so far.
That's good, man. That's good. So just before we kind of get into it, so where were you before this? What was kind of life like with your kind of online journey? Because I know you said you were doing a bit of trading.
Yeah, I was trying a lot of things before, and very little things seems to work before I actually joined you. And yeah, like I say, I was doing trading, which didn't really end up really well for me. Got me in big hole, financial troubles as well, and mental troubles and stuff like this. So it wasn't great before I joined you there, and I didn't like when I was kind of getting in trouble with financial and mentally. I was troubling to find a purpose, you know what I mean? I was looking online through lots of stuff, and there was just an amount of options, like internet gurus and everything was just overwhelming. I just didn't know where to go, didn't know where to start, and it was a tough journey for me,
Yeah, no, 100%. I've been there as well, with multiple different business models when I was tried everything. How long were you doing the trading for?
Oh, a good 3 years. So I was kind of up and down, and when everything starts to be very, very messy on the markets and trading, that's where I lost it. It's just that's all where my all education and just everything just blew out the window, because market was just unpredictable and I couldn't accept it. So it was just lots of troubles because of it. I couldn't deal with the world situation and with the markets and with everything basically. And the worst thing about trading was the lack of stability in this. I'm kind of looking for more stable business models. I'm looking for steady income rather than millions of dollars for a next day, so this wasn't for me. Definitely the trading wasn't for me, because it was just something that I couldn't deal with it, and like I'd say, it wasn't stable. So stability is that's what I'm looking for at the moment.
Yeah, it's that uncertainty. Even I know really good traders, and they still have like 4 or 5 really bad months, and Trump says hello, and next minute things can go sideways. Like, I know I've got a lot of traders as mates in the space, and it's definitely a tough gig. So hats off to the traders who make it work. But it is a tough gig. I've got a lot of friends who, same thing, even 3-4 years in the game, and always having to do other things on the side to like keep it up, So it's definitely a skill that is tough to master. And that's the thing about ecom, is like you kind of control it. As in, like, you're a very busy man. You've got a couple of things on. You work long hours, and even with the time you're able to put into it, you're still able to see results.
Exactly.
So it's good to have that control over something that you put your time into, to actually see something from the back.
It's actually, you can actually see in what you can actually see that the hard work is paying off. The other things, you have no idea if they're gonna pay off or not. Since the day one I signed up with you, and I just learned the basics first, and since I opened my first shop, the results came in straight away. It became real after only a few days. So, it's a very good thing, because with trading or with all the other business models, I tried high volume sales as well before, some software sales and stuff like this, that you're getting thousands of dollars after each sale, which is absolutely crazy, but it didn't work. Like, nothing worked. It's just, you have to work hard and the results are not there, or maybe will be there in years. So it's hard. It's a hard thing to actually find something that will give you a good results and the stability after such a short time,
Yeah. No, that's it, exactly. So just for background, guys, so Matt came in and he's done €1,000 profit in his first month. And like, for the busy person he is, and literally had, to actually do that is great. Because a lot of people spend the first month even just learning a business model. So if you're able to make €1,000 in your first month while you're actually learning, like, don't get me wrong, like the first week you spend on board, you spend like setting things up and that. And then the second week you're kind of like still not knowing what you're doing, you're getting the hang of it. So to be able to make €1,000 in your first month, even Matt, that's a great achievement for yourself. Like, you should be proud. Like, you've generated from absolute zero ecom experience, zero drop shipping knowledge, and then you went and made €1,000 profit in the first month. Like, it's an amazing achievement. So pat yourself on the back for that, And it's not like, this is a real good result. Not like the online gurus.
Yeah.
Matt came in and made 10 grand in the first 2 weeks. Like, it's not possible,
Yeah.
So it's good to see like genuine result, and that's €250 a week on top of your wages if you split it up in 4 weeks.
Exactly, and it's only a first month, so it's great. I'd say I had my goals set it for my own goals for first month, and I want to achieve my first sale. That was my goal. Like, first sale, I said, okay, I give myself a month. I will feel the booze. I will see what's going on. I will learn. I will put my shop up and everything, and I want to get my first sale, which came down after 3 days of my shop was up, which is absolutely amazing. And when I finished to build my shop and got into all the details and all your roadmap and all ads and everything, once the shop was running, it was just sales every day, since then only. So I can, you can see the results straight away, and it was great. It was brilliant. It was actually a great feeling to see that a hard work is paying off. And it's, like I said, like you said, it's not $10,000, but that's gives you this motivation. Like €1,000 in the first month, I wouldn't even imagine to achieve that. Like I'd say, first sale was my goal for first month, and then I had a set of goals that €1,000 was my goal for third month. I'll be honest with you. Third month was my goal for €1,000 profit, and I'm talking profit, not the revenue, right? Not the. I actually subtract all the costs of subscriptions and all the stuff. €1,000. What was end of it? Like even over 1,000. So I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted.
That's amazing. Like, I didn't make €1,000 profit in the first month for this model. Not in the first month. I compounded like quick through like the end of month 2, and month 3 was really good for me. And once I seen that result come in, I think I must have averaged around like 600 in my first full month. And that's even pushing it, I reckon. It was month 3 where I kind of really dug deep and set like proper set into it. But like you done better than me in my first month. So
you didn't have such a good mentor, I guess.
Exactly. I had such a base, honestly. Like I had such a basic course that I was following, and everything else that we put into it is just our own twist and our own it's so different to what I did.
Yes.
But it was still good, and it still got the results at the start. But what actually made you pull the trigger and join us in EcomEdge?
What convinced me was having a clear step-by-step roadmap, basically. That was the main thing, because in most of the cases when you're looking for something like this, they will give you a link to, you just, there you go, there is your materials, there's your videos, there's your things, you just go for it, and then you will do, like, basically, like most of those cases, you won't even see your mentor or the team that you're working with. And when I jump on the first call with Connor, I think it was Connor or Aiden, yeah, I jump on the first call, and when we talk about everything that you're doing and that you're offering, I was actually say, yeah, that sounds really good. He showed me your roadmap, he showed me your results, and definitely he showed me your community, which is absolutely great. Community is amazing. All the guys helping each other, and it's like pushing each other. This is amazing. And yeah, when I saw all the insights, you have nothing to hide. So I saw everything, and I said, okay, I need to try it. It looks so good. It looks legit. You didn't promise me a gold, like let's say gold rush in the first month, $10,000 or anything. You're not like this. You always said to me at the first, like Aiden said to me in the first meeting, it takes a lot of hard work, takes lots of time, but the results are there. And I actually, I decided I would go for it because it sounds really legit. And like guys, you went through a lot as me, so I kind of like said, that could be something for me, and I'm absolutely delighted. I jump in.
Amazing, man, amazing. I appreciate kind words there as well. Like, community is, yeah, even the community alone, we could stop coaching eventually and just like have people in the community, because like everyone's turned into kind of friends, everyone's getting to know each other.
Exactly.
Amazing. Were you skeptical at first? Was there a bit of skepticism still? Because I know you basically committed to joining us, and then there was like a bit of time before you actually joined us. Was there a bit of skepticism in between that point?
There was, absolutely. Like, I'd say like most of the people, like, if you don't know, like, we don't know each other personally, so I just saw you online, it's just like I'm in online kind of things, trying to get money for years, like I'd say, with trading and everything. And I went through hundreds of gurus, hundreds of different projects, and you see them online every day. You open Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, they're all over the place, offering you those kind of perfect deals, perfect business models. I was skeptical, very skeptical. I was thinking, if I really want to invest my time and my money into it, that I will kind of were not sure, then that's wherever it would actually work for me or not. Like, so in the end, I decided that not trying would cost me more, actually. In the end, I say, okay, that looks very good, and I just need to do something with my life, which is not gonna be trading again and stuff like this, because I know that I have to keep my mind occupied and have a new goal. I have to set up my new goals and set up kind of a new plan for the future, and I decide that that's gonna be it, and I'm every single day when I'm more into it, I have more motivation, and I see that actually was a great decision to join you.
That's amazing.
But yeah, obviously, it's like everybody will be skeptical. I'd say every single person on earth will be skeptical before joining,
Yeah, 100%. I'm just looking in the wins last night. Actually, like the amount of wins that you sent in.
I know. I was working. I was at work. I know, man. I work. I was at work, and then I'm a healthcare assistant and a physio assistant, and then just like phone was buzzing in my pocket. Like I was like, okay, that's a sale. I had, like you said, 2 days ago I told you I am not having any sales for 2 days. I'm kind of like getting worried because those first 2 days in a row I didn't have sales for a month, and then you said it. They will pick it up. The next day, boom. The best day in the sales so far, It's amazing.
Like when you sent in 6 things into the wins shower last night, like that was amazing.
Yeah, no, man, I think
as well.
I think between
as well.
Yeah, I think between 2 shops I had 9 sales yesterday.
That was really good. Like and just to be clear, this like there's no advertising on that. So guys, this is like that's 9 sales. Let's put an average 20 quid per profit per sale. Let's just say an average, right? So that's like 150 euros, 200 euros profit. I'm bad at maths as well, so I know. So like that's just profit made while Matt is working the job here. So it just goes to show. But that's amazing, Matt. You've been absolutely smashing it. I'm buzzing to get on, get the next few months, and especially like we're going to work with each other for a bit longer now. So that's even brilliant. So
thank you.
What did it actually look like day to day when you jumped through here, and like how I know you're very, very busy, so like how long do you think you were able to put in? Was it every day, and were you able to put in like an hour a day? What did the first couple of weeks look like?
So the first weeks were mostly about learning the foundations, and in my case, I'm working shifts, I'm also rostering shifts. So basically, it depends on my roster. So I have nights and days and weekends, everything, 12-hour shifts, 8 to 8. So basically, I have to leave home at 7, coming back about 9 o'clock. So which gives me about like 13 even more hours outside. Luckily, I always have those 2-3 days off in a week where I was putting more time. So basically, how it looks with me, the first couple of weeks after work, I was always putting at least 1 hour, at least half an hour, just to feel it, so I will be honest with myself, basically have this kind of a motivation. I was kind of pushing myself to do it at the very first few weeks after work. But like I say, when I was off, I was able to put 2 or 3 hours into it, and actually some of the days even I spent like 6 hours on it. But then the more I get into it, the more focused I was, and the more kind of motivation I had, so it was great. It was brilliant, So at this stage, after a couple of weeks, I'm kind of feeling like that I want to do it every day. You know what I mean? It's something that I'm look forward to, actually. Whenever I have an hour off or when I have some time off, I'm actually looking forward to sit down and kind of proceed to scale and everything. So it was hard. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard at the very first few weeks, to find my head around it with everything what's going on in my life and with all these long hours. But like I said, even the simple product search, I'm able to do it on my lunch breaks, during like having a food or something, So this is something that you can actually stick in your daily life, with no problem if you have a right, motivation and right roadmap for it, So it was hard, but yeah, it's I think it's for everybody. Basically, it's for everybody. I don't think that there is a single person that would be honestly could say that I have no time for it. This is actually for some, like, everybody would find the time, if you ask me,
100%. That's exactly what this business model is. Like, that's what we try to tell everyone. Like, I've been through Shopify, been through all this. Like, building a Shopify brand requires a team. And if you don't have a team, like, you're going to be putting hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into it before you even turn on an ad. And then the ad is probably not going to be profitable, right? But
I tried Spotify. I lost about 200 euro on it with all this subscription and stuff, and I just give up.
That's it. Well, it's without direction, without a roadmap, without guidance on Shopify, you are screwed. Honestly, and that's anyone watching this as well. If you are going to go down the Shopify road, just give it time. You're going to have to be aware that you want to be putting money in for 6 months, and you don't want to be trying to focus on escaping your 9 to 5 in the next 3 months, because you're actually you need to give it time. You need to have a good mentor for Shopify, a really, really good mentor, and actionable steps laid out for you, because it is tough. So that's just anyone watching this call who does decide to go down that road. It is obviously a good road, but you need to give it time. But that's amazing, man. I like that half an hour to an hour a day after work, and then you got to spend a bit more time on it at the weekends, and it's still an advantage to its €1,000 profit in the first month while you're actually learning. So just one other thing about that is, what did the first sale feel like? 2 questions. What did the first sale feel like? And then when you were building up to the €1,000 profit, was it just accumulating over the month, or did it happen fast? Did you just towards the end of the month, you just hit 1,000?
No, for the first sale, definitely the first sale was a dopamine boost. Definitely it was. It was just, I didn't even expect it, because I didn't have the ads turned on yet, and the shop was not even done yet. It was open, it was running for a couple of days, 2-3 days, I'd say, but I didn't expect any sales yet. And then the sale came out of nowhere, and I was like, whoa, that's become real. Instantly, that everything became so real, And it wasn't even about the amount of money. It was just it was just a proof that system actually works. That was the biggest deal with me. And the €1,000, of course, didn't happen over the night. It was actually, like you said, it was built gradually through a small, consistent effort and small sales every day. Big sales, small sales, everything came together. So, it wasn't I had €500 1 week and then 0 the next week. No, it was actually very stable kind of a sales every day, step by step. And I could see it coming straight away after 2 weeks of a consistent sales. I say, okay, if that's gonna keep going like this, if I gonna keep putting my effort, my hard work into it like that, like I did for the last 2 weeks, is actually paying off, so, and never stops. Actually, the sales are keep coming, so that when I hit that €1,000, I went to you, I said it straight away, and it's just, it was absolutely amazing. First month, €1,000 pure profit, after all the subtracting all the costs and stuff like this, it was absolutely amazing. So, so I say, it wasn't a big breakout, right? It wasn't a big breakout. It was gradually building stable income over a month. So, I'm delighted with it.
No, that's brilliant, man. Well done. Well deserved. And just what would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence? And there's a lot of people come to us all the time, but the skepticism that we talked about earlier on in this call, that just overweighs on their mind, and they're thinking worst case scenario. They have the catastrophe voice in the back of their head all the time. What would you say to someone who's basically sitting on the fence for way too long because they're skeptical?
What would I say? I could say something on my example, basically. I could say I tried everything online, and I end up losing all my life saving, taking mortgages, taking loans, was on big minuses, owning money to people and everything. And the only thing I would say to people in my kind of shoes, or people who are skeptical about taking that step, is just don't waste your time, basically. The time, it's the most valuable thing you have. And then if you're gonna sit back and just think about starting something for months, for years, that could never happen. It's just I said to myself that I need to do something with my life. I don't want to have a life like I have it now. I don't want to be in a mental state that I used to be. And I just said, just go for it. If you have any dopes, jump on the call, contact the guys, they will explain you, they will go through everything with you. And if there's any dopes, they will clearly explain it to you what's going on. If it's not for you, it's not for you. There you go, but it's not for everybody. But if you feel like that's something for you, I'd say go for it. It's definitely worth it. especially when your head is not right. The time that you're putting into it, that's therapeutic. It's healing. It's healing as well. Once you're building something for yourself, you have that. You're kind of getting your mindset in the right order, in the right direction. Which this was the biggest thing for me. My mindset. To stay consistent, to actually don't think about the past, don't think about what's wrong with my life. It's just kind of like give me that motivation to look forward and to build something that will be there for years for me, and in a matter of time I could change my life like this, so that's the biggest thing for me. That I could say to the guys who have any uncertainty or doubts about this, is just check it out. Basically, talk to the guys. If you feel that's for something that you will feel good in it, try it. Why not? There's only one life, right?
Exactly, man. And the thing is, like, I think the way we look after people and the way we have the roadmap, the way we have the systems laid out, if you are going to go down the road of ecom and you're not wanting to go into the Shopify Beast or Amazon FBA, and you are want to do what we do, I think we're the best option for people, because everyone does get really looked after. They get, we hold people's hands. We do really jump on one-on-one calls every single week. The roadmap, the steps, that every single step is laid out for you to actually do. So you can't really go wrong. So if someone is actually looking to do this, they shouldn't look no further, basically.
Yeah, like I'd say, your help is absolutely, I wasn't expecting it, absolutely. To be honest, when we started, I'd say, okay, I did this, I'm there kind of mentoring and stuff like this, they probably wouldn't care about me. But then I saw your messages, nearly every day, asking me how I'm doing, did I need any help with it, let's jump on one-on-one call. It was kind of I wasn't expecting it at the start, to be honest. I thought it's gonna be one of those mentorships that I will get a roadmap and everything, but I will be kind of working on my own, which is not the case in here, which is absolutely not the case, because you're with me with every single step I'm taking and every single issue that I'm having. There's issues. There'll always be issues with everything. Of course, everybody has their own. And every single time that I have a problem or issue, I'm coming for Discord to talk to you. It's getting sorted within a minute, not maybe in an hour, but something, But it's amazing. It's really amazing. It's the community and your help. It's absolutely amazing. You would never expect it,
Yeah, thanks a million, man. And I think it's mainly derived, as you said yourself, I've been through so many mentorships now, and some good, some bad. Well, I've always felt like a number in mentorship program. I always felt like a number, as in they didn't really care if I done well or not. They didn't if I stopped texting, they would just stop texting me. They would, and I always felt like that in a lot of mentorships. So that's why we really do try to get to know the people that we're actually working with. We really do try to check in every single second day to make sure people are still active. And when people do fall off, because some people do, they go ghost. You know what I mean? They go drinking at the weekend and that's it. Then you don't hear from them for the following week. And we do, we really do try and get people to stick with it, stay involved, and figure out where everyone's at.
I can see that. I can see that the results are very about your kind of guys' results. My results are very important for you, which it's actually give me more motivation and to work towards it. I'd say, I have been quiet for a couple of days at the start because lots of uncertainty, and then my mood was mood swings because of my situation and financial situation, lots of things going on, lots of going on. And the thing that you guys were texting me, is everything okay, after 2 or 3 days of me being quiet and pushing me. Basically, you're pushing me to do it at the start. And I need that, I need it at the very beginning. Now it's just rolling. I want to do it. I want to stay involved. I want to stay within the community. I want to scale. That's the plan. Scaling every day now. So the first couple of weeks were hard, but once you start pushing me there, I I'm grateful, you know, I'm very grateful, and thank you for that, you know.
Man, it's no worries. It's a pleasure. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we can take it. Like, look, that's pretty much all from me anyway, man. I appreciate all the truth. And basically, I'm looking forward to this. So what we're going to do is book in a one-on-one call now after this call, and we'll figure out, you're getting a lot of success now, and you're going to have a lot of momentum. And what we need to do now is put in the plan and make that momentum last, and not dive down from bad reviews or for anything else that can kill the momentum. We want to keep that like alive, and we actually want to double it. We want to double down on what's working. We want to plant some good reviews on your stores and do a few extra things. So book in that one-on-one call so we can get that little plan, and we can go over the stores you have, and then we'll absolutely double down on everything that's working. So next month or the next 30 days will be the biggest 30 days again, you know. So that's the goal now. It's
perfect.
2.5K, 3K months, work our way up to 5K month then as well, without taking up a lot of your time, hopefully, you know.
Perfect.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And thanks very much for jumping on. And yeah, let's get a plan in place.
Thank you. That was my pleasure.
Right, so there you have it. Good call with Matt. What a great guy, honestly. And I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing to see him double down on what works and get a few more one-on-one calls in with him where we can actually map out what's next for him and his stores. I'm absolutely buzzing for him, and he's buzzing as well. You can clearly see that he's so delighted he did this. You know, from sitting on the fence, from being a bit skeptical, to being absolutely delighted he's actually found something that, after trying trading for 3 years and trying so many other things, and now he's actually found something that is getting him results. We really are doing a great job in Ireland of actually helping people every single day. You know, there isn't a day that we're not in the chats, like responding to everyone in the group, helping them, hopping on the one-on-one calls, lining out what's next. And when they start, we give them the full roadmap of what they should be doing week by week anyway. So you actually can't go wrong. And I know this because I went through so many coaching programs myself. Like, I've paid over $50,000 for coaching. And to be honest, most of the things I was thrown into were just like, I was just a number. There was no roadmap. You had to kind of still scratch away at things to find things out yourself. There was no clear direction on where we actually need to be, how much work we should have done, right? Every single week, what should actually be done, where I should be at a certain time. All it mattered was that they got you in, and then didn't matter on where you were. Whereas with EcomEdge, we give everyone the roadmap. We tell people where they should be at month 1, where they should be at month 2, 3, 4. We actually show them how to set up a business, how to pay their taxes properly. We show them how to actually automate the business. Do you know, when you get to certain checkpoints, the next part is about, right, now we need a VA to actually do the work for you. Then they get to another checkpoint, now we need to automate the whole order fulfillment to give you more time to do listings. But we've the whole 4 months actually laid out in a roadmap. So there's nothing that we are missing. But yeah, great interview with him. A great guy, and I can't wait to see him hit his first 3K month, 5K month, and so on. So let's go. Boom.